Lewis C. Moore, born July 1849 and died December 15th, 1929, and his wife, Bernice E. Warringer Moore, born June 1860 and died January 6, 1920. They are buried in the Old Red Church Cemetery in Tivoli. Their monument is a marble column shaped like a trimmed tree trunk, located southwest of the church, west of the Otis iron fenced-in plot, north of the access road, and northwest of Boyce Mausoleum. The Moore monument stands tall as a man, carved of limestone in the shape of a limbless tree trunk, a symbol of life cut short. First appearing in America in the middle of the 19th century and popularized by the arts and crafts design movement of the late 19th and early 20th, tree-shaped memorials can be found in many local cemeteries. Bernice Warringer Moore was 60 years old when she died. Her husband Lewis, however, lived to 80 years of age. Lewis C. Moore was born in Columbia County, the son of John Gilbert Moore and Catherine Moore of Germantown. Gilbert was a carpenter, and he and Catherine could neither read nor write. They may have only had 2 children who lived to adulthood, Lewis and his older brother John M. Moore. Bernice was the daughter of Francis and Letitia Warringer of Tivoli, part of a large family, some of whom removed to Connecticut, possibly to find work. Bernice and Lewis had 5 children. Daughters Grace H., married to Joseph Broca; Letitia, married to Robert Broderick; Sophia E., born 1893 and died 1981 and married to Robert Minkler; and Charlotte, married to John Bougie; and son Cleophas, born in 1892 and died in 1935 and married to Judith Merville. After Cleophas had only daughters, the surname Moore on this branch disappeared. Sophia had 3 children with Robert, whom she named for the men in her life: Lewis C., Joseph P., and Roberta L. Minkler. Cleophas was at one time a chauffeur, and at another time a tinsmith who resided in Midtown Manhattan. He and his wife Judith had 2 daughters, Charlotte and Vivian Moore. Charlotte married Philip Bragg, and Vivian never married. Grace married French waiter Joseph Pierre Broca, and the couple lived on West 20th and later West 43rd Street in Manhattan. He had come to the States in 1899 and died at 57 years of age in 1930. She died in 1957. Letitia's husband Robert was a Supreme Court stenographer whose parents were from Ireland. They lived in Brooklyn and had 6 children: Grace, Edna, Agnes, Robert, Donald, and Gloria Broderick. He died suddenly at 43. Letitia survived him by a quarter of a century, and they are both buried at Holy Cross Cemetery. Charlotte lived with her grandmother Warringer in Connecticut for a while and married John Bougie of Massachusetts. They lived in New Haven and had 2 children, Bernice and John, and she sadly passed away soon after the boy's birth in 1907. Lewis Moore worked on the railroad as many of his neighbors did, holding the occupation of lampman, someone who maintained lights for signals, brakeman and general railroad laborer. In 1904 he was elected to the position of second assistant of Tivoli's DePaster Hose Company. In 1915 the census tells us Lewis and Bernice lived on Spring Street. Bernice died January 6, 1920 in Tivoli, and Lewis died in Manhattan at the home of his daughter Sophia Moore Minkler on Sunday, December 15th, 1929.